This epididymis and anatomical basis of varicocele. So in this we describe the competency that includes testis and varicocele. Testis is paired ovoid gonad in the male. It is suspended in the scrotum by the spermatic cord. Left testis is situated about 1 centimeter lower than the right. Each testis lies obliquely so that upper pole is tilted forward and laterally. It is oval in shape, compressed from side to side. Measurements: length 4 to 5 centimeters, breadth 2.5 centimeters, anteroposterior diameter 3 centimeters, weight 10.5 to 14 grams. External features include medial surface convex and smooth, lateral surface convex and smooth and is related to epididymis on its posterior part. Sinus of epididymis. It is a semilunar recess of vaginal sac situated between epididymis and testis. The sinus helps to decide the side of the testis. Borders. Its anterior border is convex, free and smooth. Posterior border is broad, flat and is attached with the spermatic cord on its upper part. It is related to the body of the epididymis posterolaterally and posteromedially by the vas deferens. Upper pole or upper end is directed anterolaterally. It is overlapped by head of epididymis and connected by efferent ductules. Lower pole or end is directed posteromedially. It gives attachment to the tail of pancreas. It gives attachment to tail of epididymis. Coverings of the testis. From outside to inwards, they are tunica vaginalis, tunica albuginea, tunica vasculosa. Tunica vaginalis. It covers the testis and epididymis except the posterior border. It represents the lower persistent portion of processus vaginalis of peritoneum. It consists of visceral and parietal layers. Testis is invaginated from behind by the processus vaginalis. Tunica albuginea. It is a dense, fibrous, white covering of entire testis. Through the posterior border of testis, tunica albuginea projects interiorly to form an incomplete vertical septum partition known as mediastinum. From the convex anterior surface of the mediastinum, numerous fibrous septa radiate. These fibrous septa incompletely divide the testis into 200 to 300 lobules. Tunica vasculosa. It is the innermost layer. It is formed by areolar and vascular membrane. It lines the individual lobe of the testis or individual lobule of the testis. Extrinsic coverings of the testis. These are known as scrotal layers. From outside inwards, they include skin, dartos muscle. Dartos muscle, it is continuous with the superficial fascia of the perineum, that is fascia of Colles, external spermatic fascia, cremastic muscle and fascia, internal spermatic fascia, and parietal layer of tunica vaginalis. Blood supply. That is, arterial supply is by testicular artery, which is a branch of abdominal aorta. Cremastic branch which is a branch of inferior epigastric artery. Venous drainage, veins emerge from testis through the posterior border to form pampiniform plexus. These veins unite to form right and left testicular veins. Right testicular vein drains into inferior vena cava, whereas the left testicular vein drains into left renal vein. Lymphatic drainage and nerve supply. The lymphatics from the testis drain into pre-aortic and para-aortic or lateral aortic groups of lymph nodes. Nerve supply. By the sympathetic nerves arising from T10 segment of the spinal cord and the renal and aortic plexus. Descent of testis. Testis develops in the dorsal abdominal wall. During fetal period, the testis migrates from abdomen to scrotum, traversing the abdominal wall and inguinal canal between 15 to 28 week post-conception. The development of gubernaculum is the single most important structure in the testicular migration process. Proximal portion of gubernaculum is adherent to lower pole of testis. During 8th month, it reaches superficial inguinal drain. During 9th month, it comes to rest at the bottom of the scrotum. The factors which contribute to the descent of testis include gubernaculum testis, differential growth of abdominal wall, intra-abdominal pressure and temperature, calcitonin related peptide gene, calcitonin gene related peptide, male sex hormones, insulin-like hormone 3, maternal gonadotropins. The descent of testis may be erratic and give rise to undescended and ectopic testis. Parts of epididymis. Seminiferous tubules converge to form rete testis, which in turn give rise to efferent ductules. These tubules converge to form a single highly coiled duct called epididymis. It is extremely long, 3 to 6 meters in humans. Epididymis is divided into 4 gross anatomical regions. The initial segment is called as head, then body and the tail. Each region of the epididymis is further organized into lobules separated by connective tissue septa. Septa not only serve as internal support to the organ but have been proposed to provide a functional separation between lobules that allows selective expression of genes and proteins within the individual lobules. Extension of the epididymis is a straight tube called the vas deferens. Then anatomical basis of varicocele. Right spermatic vein drains into inferior vena cava obliquely. Left spermatic vein drains into left renal vein at right angle. The left spermatic vein is 8 to 10 centimeters higher than that of right spermatic vein, which results in 8 to 10 centimeters greater pressure on the flow of blood from the left spermatic veins. Valves in the spermatic veins. Spermatic veins contain valves which help to prevent retrograde flow of blood. Therefore, absent or defective valves will subsequently lead to an increase in the pressure within the spermatic veins and varicocele formation. Nutcracker phenomena. Another factor leading to increased venous pressure in the spermatic vein is the nutcracker phenomenon. This phenomenon was first described by in Schipper from Belgium in 1972 and is caused by the entrapment of the left renal vein between the aorta and the superior mesenteric artery, resulting in left renal vein hypertension and subsequent varicocele formation. Primary and secondary varicoceles. Varicoceles usually arise from the spermatic veins, but cremastic veins can also be implicated. Varicocele can be primary or secondary to increase pressure in the spermatic veins. Secondary varicocele are usually manifested on the right side. The cause of secondary varicocele include renal cell carcinoma caused by obstruction of the renal vein by a tumor, retroperitoneal tumors, retroperitoneal fibrosis, liver cirrhosis caused by portal hypertension. Varicocele has also been correlated with the body height and weight. It has been found to be more prevalent in tall and heavy adolescents. Thank you.